What's up, guys? My name is MadSquash924. Welcome back to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. This is part 52 of our Let's Play thus far. We are...
Have a moment. There's something I wish to speak to you about.
Yep, I figured it was only a matter of time until we had the whole come back to the order discussion. Well, I guess there's no avoiding it now, so let's get it over with.
I know you have issues with the order, but you are a Jedi, Jolee. You command the Force. Without the guidance of the Council, how can you avoid falling to the dark side?
Well, I've managed to avoid it the last 20 years or so. Besides, light side, dark side, they don't mean the same to me as they do to you. I don't see in absolutes.
I mean, he is right. But we are in the Sith base, that's where we are, and we are about to go leave this Sith base from the Sith. Well, it's not really any Sith left, they're all dead. But however, yeah, I mean, you're right, Jolee. Malak isn't really evil. He's just kind of like misunderstood. He needs to be taught a lesson. Somebody needs to just monologue at him, and maybe he'll turn his ways.
I want to stop Malak as much as anyone, but I don't have to join the Order to do it. Look at Karth or Canderous. They're with us in this quest, but they aren't Jedi. The capacity for good or evil, like the Force itself, is in all living creatures. And belonging to the Jedi Order, or the Sith, or any group, won't change what you are at your core.
I see you were quite adamant. No doubt you've had ample time to think
He's right.
of this during your long seclusion. I guess it was foolish of me to think I could sway your position so easily.
Yeah, I'm old and stubborn. But I appreciate the effort. But from now on, you can just think of me as any other non-Jedi in our little group. With a lightsaber. And Force powers.
I mean, Jolee's right. Basil is being a little, I don't know, worrisome? And then a little snobbish at the end? I don't know, that's a little weird. Anyways, let's get the hell out of here. Leave this place. Oh. You there, human! You are placed under arrest of Otto City Civil Authority. Huh? Why? Though the Sith Embassy here is considered sovereign territory of the Sith Empire, we have been monitoring an alarming number of weapon discharges and detonations from within the base. Inquiries to the staff of the embassy yielded no response. It would seem that contact had been cut. Our cameras recorded you entering the base shortly before the contact was lost, and fighting apparently had begun. It is in conclusion of the Otto City Civil Authority that you are responsible for the disturbance here, and you are hereby placed under arrest. You'll come with us to await your trial. As material witnesses, the individuals who accompany you will be detained at your vessel, and the vessel itself prohibited from leaving Manan. We will leave now. Do not attempt to resist, or we shall resort to overwhelming force. Okay. What a way to start an episode by getting arrested. Great. Greetings, human. I am called Boaz Las, and I have been selected as your arbiter for the duration of your trial. What? And what have I been charged with exactly? You've been charged with initiating violence within the Sith Embassy, murdering members of the Ambassadorial Commission of the Sith Empire, and disregarding our own laws regarding violence in Otto City. Great, so, what exactly can I do? Well, I would first like to ask you a few questions regarding the events that led up to your arrest. I've already been given all the relevant data on you and your companions, so that can be disregarded. For what reason did you enter the Sith Embassy? Well, I mean, I did have authorization to enter. Indeed, I do find that unlikely, off-worlder, but perhaps the judges will be more sympathetic to your view. What is your prior association with the Sith? To be frank, and since you're here aiding me, I'm on a mission to stop them from taking over the galaxy. The Sith are an exponentiate power, true, and at war with the Republic. You may take a personal mission to foil them, but the authorities take a dim view of that taking place here. I think you need more thorough explanation in order to convince the judges. That should be all the information I require of you for now. If you wish, we can begin the trial whenever you are ready. What? Don't you need to ask, like, more questions? I mean, I got a trial to do myself. I'm a arbiter in that. I don't know if that's messed up now that I'm in jail, but still. Well, I have all the information I need. We just need to proceed now. The judges are waiting. But how can you expect to defend me without getting more information than that? Well, I think this trial is relatively straightforward. It should be obvious to the judges what has transpired. I think I'd rather represent myself, if that's okay. While that is your right, I strongly recommend against it. I am versed in all necessary particulars of this case, and Selkath law folder. You would do well to heed my advice. Okay, fine. Go nuts. Very well, we shall proceed to the courtroom. He's gonna get us killed. While your high standing among the offworlders of Manan may bring you some leniency from them, being successful soup writer brings you no credit here, human. You stand accused of grievous murder of many Sith and extensive property damage to their embassy here. How do you plead? My client pleads not guilty, your honors. Let the record show that this trial has commenced, preceding the judge's Selkath. Hosa. Nerashtikin. Enkota. Andula. This trial is to determine the culpability and punishment of this individual in a recent assault in the Sith embassy. Given the severity of this trial, we can dispense with the normal formalities of the court and proceed directly. You are pleaded not guilty, yet there were reports of weapon fire and detonations from within the Sith embassy. You were seen entering and leaving the embassy. The Sith have not conferred with the authorities about this matter, but from all available evidence, it would seem that you are the source of this disturbance. My client was there by circumstance and was not involved in the disturbance. This is ludicrous. What is it, Offworlder? Do you have something to say regarding your reasons for being there? Look, let's cut to the chase, okay? I got this data pad, and, it's proof that the Sith are up to no good. They're here to take over the planet. They're just waiting to buy their time. Let it be noted that the court has taken this new evidence into consideration. This is most disturbing. This court will be adjourned for a brief period to verify this evidence and discuss its importance. Hopefully that helps. We have verified that this is indeed a Sith datapad indicating the complicity in a plot to overthrow the lawful government of Manan. In gratitude for having discovered this heinous offense, all charges against you regarding this incident will be dropped. Pending a suitable penalty against the Sith, their embassy considered off-limits to all city security personnel. No calls or incidents from their base will be attended to until this matter is dealt with, as they are no longer subject to the protection of the Selkath law. We've been found innocent and may leave as you desire. This trial is now over. Well, that went smoothly. I mean, it got me out of there. Maybe I needed to keep that. For Sunry's case. Well, it's too late now. Regardless, we might as well start Sunry's case since we're here.
Jolie, coming to check in on an old man? I must confess, I would rather you were here to speak to the warden and begin my trial. Soon, old friend. We don't want to go to trial until we've got the whole picture. Oh, I grow weary of staring at these four bare walls. But I suppose you know what you're doing. You know, the role of arbiter cannot be taken lightly.
Alright, there's just a few things that I have to clear up with you first, before we begin.
Ask what you need to. I've got nothing to hide.
Okay, so there was a Rhodian who planted some evidence at the murder scene.
Rhodians on Manan. Oh, except for Tyvark and this one named Glupar who was hanging around the hotel all the time. Okay, so maybe there are a whole bunch of Rhodians on Manan. But what does that matter? If he planted evidence at the scene, it's a clear sign of a frame-up. He probably took all the evidence of the real killer at the same time. The evidence of a Sith conspiracy keeps getting stronger, doesn't it? I suspect there's still stuff you want to clear up. Go ahead, ask. Ask what you need to. I've got nothing to hide.
Oddly enough, now that I think about it, we haven't seen any actual evidence of another murderer. Like nothing. Nobody saw anybody else. It was just him.
Oh, okay.
Got something else. Let's go over some of this evidence.
You know I was having an affair with Alasa. I went there to break it off that night. But I can tell you it wasn't easy. She was young and beautiful. But I love Alora. I knew I had to do it. I broke it off quickly as I could, and then I left. I found out later she'd been murdered when the Selkath authorities came knocking on my door. But let's look at the facts they've given. Alasa was brutally killed. Think about that. She was a Sith, trained in battle, and I'm just a crippled old man. My war injuries make it difficult for me to walk, even to hold things. See how my hands are shaking? How could I kill a Sith warrior at close quarters? I ask you. Further, they say they... Obviously, the Sith...
We've heard this
planted the
before.
cross. And what about the lack of forensic evidence? Skin and hair samples, clothing fibers. Why isn't there anything like that at the crime scene? Sounds like an obvious frame-up to me. I hope you can see how the Sith are manipulating the Selkath, and probably anything else I can help you with.
Okay.
Guess you could interview witnesses at the hotel where the murder happened. The
We did do
Selkath
that.
already, but I think you'd be better off in anything else.
Alright,
Go ahead, ask.
nothing else we can ask? I mean, judges did say you left after the shot was fired. He did say that before.
I wonder if the Sith have been putting pressure on people. You should ask everyone about. Very well.
Well,
Once you've gotten enough.
what do we have for evidence here? We honestly don't have that much. I kind of think he was part of it. Kind of think he did it. Regardless, we're gonna defend him as best we can. So, you are the arbiter in Sunray Alasa murder case, then. I hope you are impartial as office is traditionally supposed to be, especially since, your most recent event. You officers have a tendency to ignore the rules of law in favor for some irrational causes. I will know. I saw you here just a mere half hour ago. What is it that I could do for you now? What do you know about the murder of Alasa? Well, Sunray is from the Republic and Alasa is from the Sith. They kill each other all the time. What more is there to know? But as to the details, that is for the judges of our course to decide. I kind of want to start the Sunray trial now. Are you certain, human? Once the trial has begun, it cannot be stopped, and once judgment is given, the case can never be reopened. You must be certain your investigations are completed before you request a trial. This is the rule of the Arbiter. Are you certain you wish to begin the trial now? Yeah, it's fine. I said screw it, let's go. Very well, human. I shall advise the court and we will begin immediately. Let the record show that the trial of Sunray versus Arto City Authority is commenced. Presiding judges are Selkath, Hoza, Nersikin, Prota, and Dula. This trial is to determine the culpability of Sunray in the death of the Sith Alasa. Representing Sunray in his defense as a member of the Jedi Order, do you have any opening statements? I'll find Sunray innocent, I think. That remains to be seen. Acting as a prosecutor for the Arto City Authority is an impartial observer from the Sith Empire.
It is an honor to see justice served, and I will see Sunray is executed for the crime he has committed.
Do not be so overzealous in pressing your commission, Sith. The first matter of business is the presentation of a sworn testimony by the proprietor Ignis of the hotel where the murders occurred. What is the testimony you wish to give us?
The man I saw leaving, Sunry, probably left after I heard the blaster shot.
The guilt of the accused is apparent even this early in the trial.
Know your place, Sith. This is important evidence. The court will keep this in mind near the top of the list of impertinent facts. We will now begin by calling forth the witnesses to the crime and taking their testimony. After each witness has given their testimony, you have cross-examined them. You may ask presiding judges for their opinions on the current state of the case. This is a special privilege given by Manan law only to the defendant, so use it wisely. First witness is Selkath me. The prosecution will question the witness first.
You are Selkath me, the well-known Pazak player. I wonder if we can trust the word of a gambler as reliable testimony.
Do not undermine the witness. The hell's wrong with you? Objection sustained. Ask the witness your questions and do it promptly.
Of course, Your Honor. Selkath me, what did you see the night of the murder?
Well, I came out into the hallway after hearing the blaster shot and saw Sunry over there limping down the hall out of the building.
A very obvious point, Your Honors. The accused was seen leaving the scene of the crime after the blaster that killed Elassa was fired.
A very pertinent point, prosecutor. And it's now the defense's turn to cross-examine the witness. Wasn't Elassa a Dark Jedi?
Yes, from what I could tell. She carried a lightsaber under that cloak of hers.
Objection! That doesn't prove she was a Jedi.
No, this piece of evidence is very important. It establishes the character of Elassa and perhaps her intent in dealing with Sunry. Do you have any additional questions? Did you actually see the... do we want to say that? I'm not sure. Did you actually see the murder happen?
You mean actually see him kill her with my own eyes? Well, no, but I don't think there could have been anyone else there.
Your point is well taken, Arbiter. You have any additional questions? No. No further questions. Very well. Would you like to use this opportunity to poll the judges? Sure, why not? I mean, I'm here. Well, for me, I do not have enough information to make an informed decision. I am unsure as yet to whether Sunny was the actual murderer. I cannot make my decision on what I've yet seen. I just do not have enough information to judge this case yet. I cannot tell if Sunry killed Kota, but I am confident it will be proven. Since the defense has no further questions, we will call out the second witness, the Rhodian Glupor. Prosecution may question the witness.
Glupor the Rhodian, you were staying in the hotel the night of the murder and saw Sunry leaving Elassa's room, didn't you?
Yeah, Glupor sees Sunry running down hallway, and then when Glupor look in room, sees woman dead on floor.
This is clear, then, that Sunry left the room with the Sith Elassa already dead behind him.
Perhaps. Sith, perhaps. It is the turn of defense to question the witness now. Did you plant the metal on Elassa, Glupor?
Don't do it, Glupor.
The prosecution will be silent. What did you wish to say, Glupor? Glupor paid my Sith to plant that metal.
I object.
You are certain of this, Glupor? This new evidence puts the entire case in a new light. Do you wish to ask the witness anything else? I'm gonna say no. Would you like to poll the judges at this time? Sure, go ahead. I do not have enough information to make an informed decision. I am unsure as yet to whether Sunry was the actual murderer. I cannot make my decision on what I have yet seen. And I just don't have enough information yet, you know? I don't know. I cannot tell if Sunry killed Elasa, but I am confident it will be proven. If the defense has no more questions, the court will call out Elora's Sunry's wife.
You, Elora, are Sunry's lawful wife. Your husband was a hero in the last war between the Sith Empire and the Republic. He was crippled in that war. Do you not believe he'd blame the Sith for his injury?
Yes. I guess he would.
And there you have motive. Sunry seeks revenge on the Sith for what they did to him and killed Elasa.
Supposition for now. Prosecutor, does the defense have any questions for the witness? Was it true your husband was having an affair with Elasa?
Yes. Yes, it was true. He was having an affair with that Sith harlot.
It seems painfully obvious that he killed her to keep her quiet about the affair.
Be silent. You already questioned the witness, prosecutor.
He'd been seeing her for some time, I think. But he said he was going to change. He'd gone there that night to end it. We talked the night before and he'd promised. But now things have become so very complicated.
That is very enlightening evidence. It will influence our deliberation considerably. I don't know if I should have said that. That sounded like it might have screwed us a little. Sunry was a cripple. Could he have even killed
He was a
Elasa?
good man, but his injuries pained him terribly. But he always held on, always persevered. I don't think he could have beaten her or anything like that. But a blaster? I just don't know.
Sunry seems fully capable to me, but it seems unlikely that he would choose to do such a thing. You have any other questions, Arbiter? No. Will you use this opportunity to pull the judges? No, I don't think there's a point at this point in time. Does the prosecution have any remaining witnesses to call
I
for?
wish to call forth Sunry himself, Your Honors.
Very well.
Are you a war hero, Mr. Sunry? You fought in wars against the Sith Empire, correct?
Yes, that's right. And I don't regret it either. The Republic needs its heroes.
Indeed. Would you say that you dislike the Sith, even hate them?
Of course I hate them. Trying to take over the galaxy every chance they get, killing millions of innocents?
Pure politics. Were you in Elasa's room on the night of the murder?
Well, yes, I was. I had been having an affair with Elasa and my wife, yes. But I realized how wrong I'd been, and I was going there to end it.
You were having an affair with a Sith, you wanted to end it quickly and quietly, so you killed her from behind and tried to flee.
No,
I think we can see the answer clear enough, Mr. Sunry.
Do not interrupt the accused. In fact, I think you said quite enough already, prosecutor. Do you have any questions to ask the accused, Arbiter? Well, you were going there to end the affair. Would the Sith object?
Yes, I think they would. They wouldn't want to lose one of their sources, even though I didn't give them anything. They might have killed her for her failure. Or they might have thought she'd turn against them or something like that.
The Sith Empire is not the barbaric institution you portray it to be.
A silent prosecutor. This is a valuable point that lends some precedence to defense, Arbiter. Is there anything else you wish to ask the accused? Should we ask anything else? A Sith spy? Wouldn't that just trigger? I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't ask anything else? I'm worried we're gonna fail this case. I've failed this case a lot in the past. I think I've only ever successfully made him innocent once. Through some sheer miracle. I just think this case seems so crazy to me. I guess I don't have any additional questions. We use this opportunity to pull the judges. Go nuts. I think that Sunri perhaps could have been the culprit. I think Sunri is perfectly capable of committing this crime. I cannot make my decision. I just do not have enough information. And I yet cannot be told if he did it or not. Well, the witness has been called forward and questioned by both prosecution and defense, and the prosecution will now present its closing and summary of the pertinent facts of this case.
I think the facts in this case are very straightforward. Sunri was having an affair with Elasa. He sought to end it, and the simplest, quickest method, given his hatred of the Sith, was to simply kill her. Witnesses saw Sunri fleeing the scene, and material evidence places him there at the time of the murder as well. I am confident that any informed observation of the facts will lead the judges, Your Honors, to this very conclusion.
Indeed. And your closing statement, Arbiter? You know, no one actually witnessed this murder. That's true.
Well, that doesn't mean a thing. He was there, running from the room.
If you speak out of turn again, you'll be forcibly ejected from the court. The Arbiter speaks a valid fact. Is there another point you would make? Well, the Selkath think the crippledness doesn't matter. That's very objectified, so we shouldn't even bother asking this. They think they think otherwise of this part as well. I think he's fucked. Alasa's a spy, and the Sith are framing Sunri. I find that highly unlikely, Arbiter. That sounds like bullshit to me. But the Sith have been known for violence, deception, and murder before. That is also true. Is there another point you would like to make? That's it. And the court will now deliberate amongst ourselves. This court hereby finds guilty Sunri, guilty of the murder of Sith Alasa. According with Selkath law, the prescribed punishment for murder is death.
Sunri, no.
But due to the extenuating circumstances surrounding this case, and do not provoke additional tension between the Sith and the Republic elements within Archer City, the sentence is commuted to a life term in the Archer City prison.
No, Your Honors. I demand the death penalty.
You are in no position to argue, Sith. Do not think that your empire can pressure this court. We have made our decision. The verdict has been delivered and this trial is now over.
This is the will of the court, but it doesn't feel like justice to me.
Remove the guilty party from this courtroom.
Sunri?
Well, that didn't work out the way I wanted it to, unfortunately. From what I can remember though, so this is spoilers in case if I other methods went down. If I remember correctly, Sunri actually did commit the murder to Alasa, if I remember correctly. What is she doing? Let's go Bastila, we have things to turn in. Yeah, but if I remember right, he actually did do it. You can actually, if from what I understand, if I did it in a different manner, you can make it so he can confess for it, and there's a way that you can make him innocent. However, I've only, like I said, I've only done that once. I don't remember the exact way how one does that, so that sucks. I just don't know. I just don't know the result, honestly. So that's unfortunate. One thing I want to do. What the hell's going on? What is up with the AI today? Jeez. Okay, just teleport next to me, that works. Wish you would have just done that from the start. I want to switch around some people. We haven't used HK in a while. And I think I want to bring Mission as well. Up his repair, his demolitions, security, demo, stealth, awareness, all that jazz. For him, repair, demo. Ooh, what should we give him at this point in time? Probably Power Blast, I think. Looks good. I want to edit them before we end the episode. What we're gonna do is we're gonna edit out their kit, and then from there, we will actually end the episode from there. But I will want to run to the Republic Embassy just real quick, like, because that is the next course of action for later on, and that's what we're gonna do. But I don't know about Sunry. I mean, he did it. I know he did it. So it's hard. Unless I'm mistaken and I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he did it. Alright, we're here. Let's see if we have anything to actually give everybody. Strength is at 12. That only gives you +1, so that's not very helpful. +2 to will. Will's pretty terrible. Fortitude +3 instead of 2. That's good. And her blade is very strong. She doesn't need a different blade. For HK, give him this, I suppose, and that. And his gun is fine too. Yeah, that looks good. Wow, his defense is 36. That's so disgusting. I didn't even realize it was so high. Anyways, hope you guys all enjoyed today's episode of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. If you guys did, feel free to leave a like, leave a comment. Tell me guys think of today's episode. If you're new to my channel or been watching me for a little while, feel free to subscribe to me, MadSquash924, and don't forget to ring the bell to get notified of my latest videos. And on the next episode, we're going to talk to Roland Wan about giving him the data for the droid. And then we'll see about actually trying to find the star map we've been long awaiting to see. Hope I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.